Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the Belstaff Snaefell Jacket available at RevZilla.com. So on the left-hand side, I have got the Belstaff Snaefell Jacket. Think of this as 3-season cold weather, and this is really going to be a style piece. This is from Belstaff, and historically, Belstaff has been known for their, wax cottons and their British heritage, but really what we've seen them develop into over the past few years is a luxury brand, and we're going to get into that in just a moment, but first, I want to hit on sizing. So high-vis Brian on my left-hand side is going to stand at 6 foot 195 and has a 42-inch chest. Now, when we have him in this jacket, we have him in a large currently, and a large is one size lower in the size chart than what Belstaff recommends. So for that 42-inch chest, Belstaff would put him in an extra large, and we actually sized him down because it gives him more of an articulated fit. Keep this in mind. If you like a little bit of extra room in your jacket, a little bit more mobility, you would want to go with what the size chart recommends. If you want something that fits you a little bit more in an articulated, slimmed down fashion, that is where you would go one size down in the size chart. Now, sizes will range from a medium up to a 3XL. You got 2 different colors available. There is a black version, and high-vis Brian on the left-hand side is going to be wearing the military color. Military is really just a dark olive drab, very military inspired. So if you're looking at Belstaff as a brand, you might know them from their heritage of, British motorcycles and wearing those wax cottons to make sure that the water isn't going to be impeding on this. This is going to take a step away from that. In 2011, Belstaff was bought by Label Lux, and Label Lux has really brought Belstaff into the 21st century and turned them into more of a luxury brand. So when you're looking at the Snaefell, this is going to come around that $1,250 price point. And what you're getting for that is 2 different things. You're getting protection to keep you safe in the event of a motorcycle crash, but you're also getting an element of luxury. This is going to be a premium offering here at RevZilla. So what you're going to see here as far as the Belstaff line is concerned is this is a step up from something like the Brooklyn. The Brooklyn is a little more of a waist cut, and it's only going to be a wax cotton, where when you're looking at the Snaefell, it gets you up into wax Cordura, which is going to be much more impervious to road rash in the event of a crash. You're also going to see that there's going to be a waterproof liner in here, full seam sealed Z liner, and you're going to have D3O CE level 2 armor in the elbows, the shoulders, as well as the back. So breaking it down, the entire jacket is going to be that 500D Cordura. It is a wax Cordura. So the waxing helps to make it water resistant, so it will beat off water naturally, but there is going to be a floating Z liner on the inside. It's a Myporex liner from Belstaff, and it is going to give you that full guaranteed waterproof protection. Now, in addition to that, there is a thermal removable destination liner. So if you are sitting around the campsite and you still need to keep warm, you can wear that. It looks great, whether you're wearing it underneath the jacket or as a standalone option. And that's really where we're getting that 3-season functionality here. Think fall, think winter, and then think spring. It's not something you don't want to wear into the summer months. So with the collar on this, you do have a Velcro attachment at the collar, which holds it back in a buckle to give you a very tall raise to the collar. Keep in mind that you don't want that cold air blowing up in the winter months. The only thing I would have loved to have seen is maybe something to hold the collar open on the far side, because what's really nice about this is if you're not using the Velcro attachment there, this stays in place nicely. Maybe just another little piece of something to latch that back would have been nice, because it is that taller collar design, something you're probably not going to want to wear completely closed the full time you're wearing the jacket. Working down the shoulders on this, you do have full T5 Evo Pro armor from D3O. This is going to be a CE level 2 armor, and it's great to see that you have it in the shoulders, the elbows, as well as the back with this jacket. And as we work our way down the arms, there is going to be light venting, but keep in mind that venting is going to directly vent to the liner. So you're not getting direct venting to your skin. It vents to the liner, and it just helps to, evaporate any moisture that would be sitting underneath the jacket before you work your way to the liner. And then Brian, just raise your hand up just a hair for me there. There is going to be a snap, and you're going to see corduroy on the bottom. So there's no zip entry point to this, but the cuffs are going to be corduroy lined, so there's an extremely comfortable factor. Belstaff really wants you to be comfortable as well as stylish and safe while you're riding your motorcycle. And then Brian, just pull that arm in a little bit. There are going to be grommets at the bottom, and what you'll notice this is for is that if water does get through that wax Cordura, it will not penetrate the Myporex liner, but it needs a place to drain out to. So these are basically drain holes where the water will be able to drain out and evaporate as you're out there riding. Working our way down the front, you will notice Belstaff embossed buttons working its way down over top of the zipper, And then what's really nice about this is that there's rubberized covers on the bottom two buttons. Keep in mind, this is a 3/4 length jacket, and the last thing you want to do is scrape up your motorcycle tank with the buttons on your jacket. So those two bottom buttons are going to be rubberized. You do have a belt working its way across the midsection of this, and there is a Belstaff logo there. Now, pockets for this. You're going to have 4 cargo-style top-loading pockets. All will be water resistant, none are going to be waterproof. So keep that in mind. These are not going to be somewhere that you'd want to store electronics. And then there is an additional hidden pocket with a little bit of asymmetry coming into play behind that top left breast cargo pocket. Now, Brian, I'm going to have you do me a favor. I'm going to have you face sideways, throw the hand up in the rider position. So the one thing to note, slight pre-curve with the sleeve. Not an aggressive pre-curve. It's still going to work for a variety of different motorcycles out there. But with that 3/4 length, think something probably a little bit more upright in its seating position. With that belt, it really does work to cinch down the waist, giving you a nice slimline design. And there will be a pop of reflectivity working its way down the back of the arm on this jacket. And then you'll also see at the very bottom, you are going to have those grommets with the drain holes as well, just making sure that any water that does pass through that Cordura on the exterior has a place to go. There are no additional adjustments down at the hip on this, so just keep that in mind. Very minimal when it comes to different points for adjustment for this jacket. So if you're an ADV rider out there that's looking at this and you're normally used to a variety of different adjustments on your jackets that you're wearing now, that's really not what Belstaff is about. It's about keeping clean lines and really adding a style to the functionality of the jacket. Brian, you may go ahead and face backwards for me. So starting with the top, working our way down, those clean lines are going to carry through. That D30 CE Level 2 Viper 2 back protector is in here as well, and that's one of the value adds that you do get. There's really nothing you have to add to the jacket once you get it, and for that $1,250 price point, there really shouldn't be. And then again, clean lines throughout. Brian, go ahead and just face me for a second, stop, because we talked about that minimal branding. The only branding you're going to see here is that, that traditional Belstaff logo that came about in the late 60s, early 70s is going to be over on the left-hand side. Other than that, and other than the embossed snaps, Belstaff really doesn't load this thing up with logos. Brian, you may face forward, and now comes the fun part. You're going to, on Velcro, on snap, take the belt off, and we're going to break into this jacket. While he's doing that, you can see they've done a very good job of giving you a rain gutter across the top. You're going to have multiple gussets to make sure that water's not pushing through the zipper. Once we get the zipper open, on the inside, we're going to get a good look at the inside of the jacket. So first things first, there is going to be corduroy lined at the collar. Comfort is a big factor of this jacket. And as we open up this destination liner, you will notice there are going to be a hand warmer pockets on either side. It is going to be a stylistic piece or a stylish piece rather, that you can wear once you're off the motorcycle. At the top with this, you're going to see as it works its way down, the inside, even if you pull that liner out, you are going to have plaid throughout. It's a comfort cotton, feels very comfortable against the skin, and very minor at the bottom. You will have a shock cord adjuster, so if you want to cinch this down, if it is raining a little bit, you can kind of cinch that down, which just helps to keep rain from pushing up from the bottom. Now, one of the other things that will help out for this, if you want to do it with a complete suit, and Brian, you can actually go ahead and zip up, there is going to be a matching Snaefell pant, and there will be a separate video on that. So if you are interested in giving yourself a complete suit, make sure to check out the video on the Snaefell pant as well, which will work to give you protection from head to toe in Belstaff. Now, there's a lot of folks out there using Belstaff gear on their motorcycles, and if you'd like to hear more about what they have to say, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there using Belstaff on their bikes. If you have more questions for one of our gear geeks as to which jacket is right for you, give them a shout at 877-792-9455, or simply shoot us an email, cs@revzilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Belstaff Snaefell Jacket. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.